Hope you're all good. So, Newcastle 2, Man United nil in what was an amazing day. Like, in terms of atmospheres, I think it's the best I've seen this season at St James's. It was just absolutely bouncing all game. Like, it was just amazing. And, like, games like that where it's just total euphoric is it's really what makes you love football. Really, it was just one of them where it was just like such a special game. There was so much on it. Where it was like Man United won the Carabao Cup, kind of owed them for that. The battle for third. If we beat Man United, we'll go third in the Premier League, and like we managed to not only beat them but totally and utterly outclass them as well. Like it wasn't a competition. I've seen Man United's manager, I've seen Sky pundits really say the same shit. Newcastle wanted it more. Newcastle wanted it more determined, all this shit. But Man United without Casemiro, we've got a better midfield. Like, Willock absolutely dominated McTominay. Sabitzer was fucking lost against Bruno. And the other Bruno, the shit Bruno, did not but cry and bitch and moan at the referee. That's all he ever does. Man United didn't have an answer for Newcastle, and they seem to really crumble in these big games away from home because they've lost to each of the top 8 away from home, and just shows the mentality of that team. Really, they don't like playing away from home in big games, and that's been Man United for the longest time. So yeah, I mean, going into the game, they were absolutely. It could have been 3 or 4 at half time. Like it was an absolute battering in the first half, and it's like I've seen Man United come to St James's quite a few years now, and like there's always been like a period of Man United dominance in the game, if that makes sense, where they've always had a run of play, or they've always had more possession, or whatever it may be. But they didn't have that. They had a half chance here and there, but that's it. They didn't have anything else. They were shit. They just didn't. They didn't have. They didn't have anything that could match with. We beat them and we battered them in every single department. Like it wasn't even a contest. I just wish that Newcastle turned up at Wembley because it would have been better and we would have probably won a trophy. But yeah, it's a strange thing. Seeing with batter Man United like that, it was unbelievable, and it was just a case of when, not if. And obviously we'll go into the game 0-0, firing towards Gallagher in the second half. The atmosphere well up for it. It was a fucking great atmosphere the other day. But yeah, the first goal, Joe Willock. What a bit of play, and I thought Joe Willock deserved his goal. Past couple of games, he's put in great crosses. He's put in good passes. He's got a few assists to his name in the past couple of games, and I think because Newcastle were going through a bit of a rough patch in the season, obviously we would 1-1 in 8, and I think Joe Willock has really re-energized that midfield. He doesn't get talked about enough because obviously you've got the quality of Bruno and stuff like that. But Joe Willock, what a fucking player, man! Like he's such a good player. What he does, great box to box midfielder. Very underrated in terms of how he is in front of goal. I know he missed a couple of chances yesterday, and he has this thing where he likes to um hit it miles over the bar, but he is getting better. Like he's getting better every single week, and like he's doing really well, and teams can't seem to handle his pace. He's just quickness in the spaces in midfield and stuff like that. And I seen I seen a post the other week saying who's most like Jude Bellingham, other than Jude Bellingham, obviously. And Joe Willock's near top of that list. I'm not comparing the two. Don't like obviously Bellingham's a much better player, but like if you want an alternative, like Joe Willock's playing out of his skin at the minute, and I think it's fantastic to see because he had a he had a poor season a poor season like under like the second season and stuff where it was like he was struggling and it seemed like he couldn't get anything going and any momentum going, but he smashed it. Like he's doing so well. Um, so yeah, fair fucking play at home because I think he's really elevating his game and it's good to see. Like, and it really showed that in the goal yesterday, and he was copying Thierry Henry's celebration at Arsenal where he stand with a corner flag. Class to see. And yeah, I could go on all day about individual performances of the team. You have Sven Botman, who was absolutely amazing. Man United couldn't get in behind him. Share was absolutely excellent. Um, Trippier again with another assist, another amazing delivery into the box, and I think he had a couple where we hit the bar, we hit the post. It could have been more. It could have been more, but obviously we'll settle for the 2-0. Happy with that. Newcastle go third in the league after an absolutely amazing performance. So yeah, I'm fucking buzzing with it, me, and like I live with Man United supporters, so another win for me. Um, revenge is sweet, shall we say? And they're giving it the big one now, saying, "Oh well, you know, I'd rather win the cup than winning the league, but we're kind of above you in the league now." So it's just one of them. But like I've seen Man United fans on Twitter clutching at straws, like trying to re-angle um certain pictures to make it look like it was a handball and penalties that just weren't. Like, get back in your box. Like, it's just fucking take your L and move on. But yeah, that's Man United for you. And the supporters fucking cry babies, just like the players really. But Newcastle win, and it's a nice feeling. Newcastle stay third, obviously, because Michael Keane scored an absolute worldie against the Botland Spurs yesterday. So big couple of games ahead with West Ham and that, and I'm gonna do a preview on the West Ham game as well. It was my fault that the video wasn't out sooner because I seen a video go out on Magpie 24/7, but I didn't realise it was an audio version. That Paul did on the way down back to Barnsley, so I apologise for that. So this one's out now, and then obviously the preview will be out a little bit later as well. So yeah, absolutely buzzing with the result. My man of the match, Joe Willock, absolutely fucking phenomenal. Quick mention for Maxi, who I thought played amazingly well as too. He's picking his head up more. He's doing more, and it's great to see. Wilson, fantastic to see him get his goal. Jacob Murphy with a little time wasting thing before the end. I think he was copying Paul because at Christmas the meme was going around with Paul with the time wasting thing. I think Murphy's been copying Paul a bit, but no, it's class to see. I thought Gordon when he came on as well looked really good. So we'll go on to West Ham. We need to win that one. Big game, but yeah, at the minute we can enjoy that win and move on to the next one. But yeah, my man of the match was Joe Willock. Let us know how you feel, who your man of the match was, and yeah, let us know how you feel about that one. And yeah, third in the league, fucking come on. And I love yous and leaves for now, and catch you on the next Magpie 24/7 video. See you.